Hello, welcome back to the Games Kingdom. My name's Carl King, and today we're going to be having a look at an insert for one of last year's hottest games, and that is Seti. Now this insert has been made by the folks at E-RAPTOR, and they've kindly supplied me with a copy of that insert to show off here. So what I've done, I've built it up and it's inside the box, so we'll be looking at it, how it fits in the box and how it stores all the components for the game. Now this is the UV version, so what that means is all of the sides and some of the tops of the actual insert have all been colour printed with sort of images from the game, and it makes it look a bit nicer on the tabletop. You can obviously get some of these inserts, and I believe you can get this one as well plain, so that there's no colour printed on them, but I think they look nice on the tabletop when they're done with these UV colours. But as I say, there is a version of most of their things that they're doing these days. They're doing a lot of these UV inserts, but obviously there are a lot on there that are not printed like this, and they are slightly cheaper, of course. Now when you put these together, you don't need any glue, but what you do need is you do need to go onto their website and go back onto the page where you find the particular insert that you want, and then there are the instructions on there how to put these together. That's the only thing that I would say is lacking with these kits. I'd like to see a printed out sort of assembly sheet included in the box. I don't think that would cost too much, and also there are people out there who might not be able to get use of a printer to print it out. I used a tablet to sort of bring it up on the screen, but I find it easier to have it on a paper version. On that sheet as well, it also shows you how they go into the box, so you really do need to keep one, or at least print part of it out and keep it in the box, so that when you're packing the game away after you've played it, you know how to put it back in the box. I mean, obviously if you're playing it regularly, you'll get used to where the things go, but if this is something that hits the table from sort of now and then and time to time, you're going to need that little diagram just to sort of speed things along and show you where to put things back. It shows you which bits go in which box. But obviously when you've got them on the table, a lot of the time you won't need to tip them out, because these inserts obviously become trays to have the components on the table at the time, and then as you're using them in the game, they'll go onto the game boards and onto the player boards, and then at the end you'll just put them back into the trays that they came out of. And most of the time you won't use all of the tokens by the end of the game, so the trays will be self-explanatory on which bits go back into which trays. So without any more sort of telling you anything like that, let's get into having a look of how this thing sort of sits in the box and what it looks like. So here's the game. As I say, this was one of the games of last year from CGE. So as you can see, sitting on the top, and there's virtually no lift in the box once you've got this insert in here. So you've got your rule book and things, then you've got the main game boards, you've got all of the other little sort of player aids and little manuals that you get, and some more of the player and alien boards, which will obviously move out of the way, and a few little components. So as you can see here, you've got sitting on the top here were the alien boards. These are the individual player boards, so you've got 4 of these, and they just pull out. But also what they do is they stop these components from sort of jiggling around and sort of coming out of their insert, as it were, whilst you're travelling around with the game and sort of taking it to games nights. So as you can see, it's very snug in there and sits really nicely. So we've got one of these here. As you can see, this one's been done with the game logo, so you just literally take that off and you've got some of the 2-point tokens in there for the game, and then literally you just line these things up and they snap back on. So, and as I say, they're very solid, and all of these kits that you get from E-RAPTOR, as I say, you don't need any glue. You've got these little sort of pegs on the bottom. They push out from like a pre-cut sprue, and you just push them through the holes, and the diagram, as I say, is very self-explanatory, very easy to follow. It tells you also on those what the trays are for, which components go into which, and you just follow those. And I built this whole thing in about an hour, and that's just sort of easing the things out of the sprues nice and gently so that you don't snap any of these little connectors. And yeah, as long as you take your time, you'll be fine. So what else have we got? So we've got a nice chunky card tray here. So this is your main deck of cards, and then on this side, when you place that on the table, you'll use that for your discard pile. So these are nice and snug in there, and then they'll eventually, you'll get a few into there. But as you can see on the sides and the back, there's some nice little coloured diagrams and pictures. So yeah, this is a really, really nice, well laid out, well thought out insert, yet again by the folks at E-RAPTOR. We've got another one of these, so we'll just sort of show you again some of the printing. As I say, you can get these plain, but you know, don't these look really good? You know, they really have gone to town on these, and these are all the cards for the different alien races, and also for your solo game, because there is a solo mode in here, and it's an AI card system, so they're also housed in here as well. And this is basically just a storage unit, and then you will take these cards out, and depending on what aliens you use in the game, you'll take that particular sort of appropriate set of cards out, and that's what you will put out once your alien races have been revealed. So again, we've got some nice little trays here for the different components. So this is one of the alien races, and these are some of the additional tokens that you can get. Then we've got the tray for the data tokens, so these will go out onto one of the parts of the main boards. But this is a nice, again, a nice little storage unit. You can obviously, you could leave them in there, but you really do need to see what's what, because they'll go on the board, and they will be sort of housed in certain areas of the game board. This one here holds your data tokens. So you've got these little discs, which are the data tokens, and then you've got the sun, which goes in the middle of the game board itself, that the boards revolve around. We've got more tokens here, and again, as you can see, all of the sides have been colour printed. And similar again, there's some player tokens there for if you score 100 and 200 points, so they go in there. And then you've got some more of your little alien specific tokens that will come out if that particular alien race is one of the alien races that is revealed during the game. These are also some of the solo tokens, so they just sit into here quite nicely. Then we've got your energy and sort of monetary tokens here. So again, some nice little trays. On some of the inserts that you buy, it didn't come with this one, but on the previous one that I did, if you've watched it for Hegemony, and I do suggest that if you've got the Hegemony game, have a look at the insert, because that is really nice. These pieces here were for sort of plastic, clear plastic things that would go onto the top and press down and hold the tokens in place, so that they again didn't fall out during sort of travel and things. Now they didn't come with that on this particular insert, and there's no real reason why it needed to, but I think that would have been a nice little move as well, just to have those clear tops on there so that you could see them, but also it would be an additional little piece of sort of way of making sure that they're secure in the box. And then each one of these is color coded, and these are your individual player component trays. So as I say, they're all nicely color coded for the individual players. So there we have it. It is what it is. It's quite quick, quite easy to put this together. As I say, it took me about an hour. You possibly could do it a bit quicker, but I just took my time to make sure, as I say, that I didn't damage any of the pieces when I took them off the sprues, because they are, although they've been laser cut out, there are some little points on each of them that obviously they still affix to the sprue. Some of them come off nice and easy, but where you've got these little sort of component legs that go through the holes and sort of then branch out and sort of hold the things firmly in place, you've just got to be careful when you're taking those off the sprues to make sure that you don't damage them, because one or two of them did come apart a little bit, but that's more down to me when I took them out. You can ease little bits of them out with a craft knife or a Stanley blade or something. Just be careful if you are doing that, but that would help get them out of there easier. And then obviously, as I say, there is a diagram. Once I've finished this video, obviously I'll bring that back up again, and we will put that all back in the box. So yeah, there you have it, the E-RAPTOR insert for the Seti board game. So go on to their website if you're interested in buying one of these, either this particular version or the unprinted version. As I say, I'm pretty certain they do one, but just check that out. And then if you've got any other board games, I think there was a sale on as well. So, and they're always having a sale of different bits and pieces. They also do tokens and different sort of upgrade kits for games. They do some role-playing bits and pieces, sort of like doors and spell markers, those sorts of. But they're all really, really nicely done. Excellent printing, full colour. Really, really nice stuff that they do, and they're doing more and more of these sort of UV inserts as well. As I say, I've got the Hegemony one as well, which they were kind enough to send me, so if you do want to check that out, as I say, have a look on my website, sort of YouTube channel, and you'll find it on there. But you'll find there's a lot of games that they've done inserts for. Obviously you can buy other inserts, but I think these are the best ones out there. They're solid, they're really nicely produced, and as I say, unlike other ones, like you can get some sort of foam board ones, but you have to put glue onto those and then wait for them to set, put your elastic bands around them, hold them together, that sort of thing. With these, there's none of that. You don't need glue, and they're solid, and they will last for the lifetime of your game. Yeah, they're not you know, they're not cheap. If you like, you can obviously store the things in the bags that they send you, but this just looks really nice on the table. And then as you get it out and you put it on the table, you've got the instant sort of storage for things and components to be on the table, and you don't need to worry about having them all spread across the table or people losing them, dropping them on the floor, because they're all in these nice little trays and components sitting on the table for people to take out as they get those pieces during the game, or they need adding to your player or game boards. So yeah, try and have a look at www.e-raptor.pl. that's their website, and you'll find, as I say, many more games and more bits and pieces and components. I've also got the upgraded components for Brass Birmingham, the trains and the canal boats. They do a lot of stuff on there. So yeah, it's an excellent website if you're looking to upgrade any of your games that you really want to make sure look really nice on the table. So if you like what you see here. Check out my other content on the Games Kingdom on YouTube. I am on Facebook as well. If you do have a watch of this, then please click the like button, and if you can and if you want to, it would be great if you could subscribe to the channel as well. I've recently put a video up there for another game stroke product, where if you have a look at that and make a comment on it, then I am going to send somebody a free game from my collection. So check out the content online. You have to be a subscriber to win that game. Leave a comment on this video, and then yeah, I'll be in contact with somebody in due course over the next few weeks about getting that game sent over to one of my subscribers. So until then, it's bye for now.